Hello everybody, how's everybody doing today? I'm doing just fine. In case you want to know what that is behind me, that's my husband's little firefighter that I got him. And get this back where it belongs now. Okay, so anyway, I'm back. Cheers, dears. Pretty hot today, so got a little bit of lime in there in my water. Quite tasty, and I've been having a little tickle in my throat. I hope there's nothing more to it than just me talking too much, just saying. So it's Wednesday, it's hump day, and let's talk about the biggest humps that they have in Washington today, shall we? I want to do a little rundown on the evil runnings of Washington and the country, and a couple little international incidents. So, we're going to start with the Indonesian trade deal. Whoa. Indonesia, what have you done? What have you done? So anyway, if you're new to this channel, welcome. I hope you like what you see in here. And if you do, like it, love it, subscribe. And hangers on, boop, boop, big heart for you. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Let's get into it. That Indonesia trade deal was pure bullshit. Pure bullshit. Oh my God. Plain as the day on your face, Indonesia. You got conned. Got extorted. You did. The only reason he's dealing with you at all is so he can pillage your copper. Because he's tariffed everybody else up the ass to 50%, and he wants yours for nothing. So, according to the CBC and the BBC, he charged you a 19% tariff, down from 32%. Yay, good deal, right? No, it's not. You got conned. You say, and the president said, we agreed and concluded to take trade relations between Indonesia and the United States into a new era of mutual benefits between our two great countries. There's no mutual there. No mutual. President Trump extends his warm regards to the people of Indonesia. No, he doesn't give a shit about the people of Indonesia. He really doesn't. He could care less about you if he tried. He will come into your country, Mr. Trump, and he will take more. Because now you've opened that door. Like the thief in chief he is, he said you agreed to buy $15 billion worth of U.S. energy exports, $4.5 billion in agricultural products, and 50 Boeing jets. Well, I just hope you got the good ones and not the ones made on a Friday or a Monday, because Boeing has got not a great track record with stuff falling off their planes and whatnot. Just saying. Hope it doesn't bite you in the arse. What does Trump get? Absolutely anything he wants. Trump said, U.S. exporters will have full access to everything. Indonesia's going to pay 19%, and we are going to pay nothing. I just wonder who actually wrote that deal up. That's all, because that didn't come out of just his narrow little mind. There's more evil behind that. Everyone knows that the Mango Moose Knuckle has no interest in foreign policy whatsoever. Well, maybe only what's in it for him. He only wants to be part of the deals that will drop the big headlines and be part of those so he can get his big face on the camera. When it comes to his big, beautiful, extremely strong military, he has a liquor pig to handle that job and do all the dirty work there, like effing up everything he touches and broadcasting a war scenario as it's happening. Liquor pig there likes to use words lethality and trans as many times as he can, and let's not forget woke, DEI, and communist propaganda while we're at it. Maybe some Marxist-Leninists in there too. So when the extremely urgent munition shipments were stopped by the Department of Defense, everybody just assumed it was Pig Hegseth. But Pig Hegseth was too busy out there on the White House lawn playing with his little drone and getting little messages that he could pluck off the drone. Yeah. So that dropped down to his Undersecretary of Defense, who would be Eldridge Colby, who also stuck his nose in the AUKUS agreement. He told Albanese, the Prime Minister of Australia, that Australia needed to step up on the defense side of things. Well, according to the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, the alliance, AUKUS, Australia, UK, United States, was brought up while Prime Minister Tony Albanese was in China to talk trade deals and screening investment opportunities and trying to balance that fine line between trade and security, because we all know what China's up to, or hope we know what's they're up to. Mr. Colby, in pure bully fashion, figured he could run roughshod over the Aussies and the Japanese, and he kind of cornered them and insisted they step up their defense spending and toe the U.S. status quo regarding Taiwan. Eldridge Colby apparently is the leader, the big Trump humper that is reviewing the AUKUS Pact. Why does he want to screw up everything that works? He also tried to pressure Japan. He pressed both countries to state what their role will be if China decides to declare war on Taiwan. The reason the Allies have agreed to step up their defense spending for NATO is all because of Trump. It is. Yay, Trump, right? But the only reason that he has anything to do with them, why we are complying, is because of his threats to Canada, Panama, Mexico, and Greenland. He's not trustworthy. Nobody trusts him worldwide. He's namby-pamby, and his taco ways aren't being tolerated globally. The Aussies are buying 3 nuclear-powered subs from the United States, and they will, meaning the U.S., will play a role in keeping a joint effort to monitor submarine traffic in the Australian waters. I think they've been doing that for years. Now, I think Colby, the way I read it, the way I understand it, has suggested to Albanese that you may have bought subs from the United States, but we control them. And in my opinion, that should not be the way of the world. I bought it, it's mine. You keep your nose out of the way we run our affairs. It's like when you were little. That's an in-the-house thing. That's not to go to the... That's an in-the-house thing. But no, he seems to think that all these countries that buy stuff from the United States now, the United States is going to control them while they have it in their country. No, I bought it. It's mine. I believe Albanese got tired of Eldridge Colby, and according to the skinny on the street, told him to naff off. Or as one lady said, he can go have sexual relations with himself. But here we just say, fuck off, Eldridge. Heather Cox Richardson has contributed to this bunch of information a lot. And she says Tom Nicols of The Atlantic writes, and this is key, in this administration, the principals are either incompetent or detached from policy making. And so decisions are being made at lower levels without much guidance from above. And I'm not talking about that one. Cool. Hotter than Hobbs ale out here. So if you go ahead with all this logic, this is a common system in authoritarian regimes, Nicols writes, where the top levels of government tackle 1 or 2 big things that the boss wants done, and everything else tumbles to other functionaries who can then define certain issues according to what they want, their preferences, which is what Colby, Lugnut, Hobag, and Emil the Vampire Bove are all doing. And they are just low enough on the totem pole to stay under the boss's radar and out of trouble, which seems to be working because Liquor Pig was blamed for halting weapons to Ukraine, even though he is the one supposedly in charge. He is the Secretary of Defense and runs the Pentagon after all. In this authoritarian regime, no one is really in charge except Trump, which means on most days and regarding many issues, no one is in charge. Trump is a deliberate evil psychopath that gave an order to burn 500 metric tons of emergency high nutrition biscuits that could feed over 1.5 million starving, emaciated children for a week. Hana Kiros from The Atlantic writes, the United States Aid for International Development, USAID, spent about $800,000 on the food during the Biden administration, and that's the only reason why he's burning it all, in my opinion, for distribution to the children in Afghanistan and Pakistan. It was stored in the United Arab Emirates, where it was controlled when the Trump administration gutted United States aid. Secretary of State Mucko Stupido assured White House Appropriations Committee, made up mostly of MAGA, that the food would get to the children before it spoiled. But he already knew the order to burn was sent out because he said providing food to Afghanistan might benefit the terrorists. There was no stated reason for food destined for Pakistan or suggesting that the food could go to another country. No. Now the food is past its best before date and can't even be used for animal food. The destruction will cost the taxpayers another $130,000. But to take your mind off all this Trump stuff, he posted in social media alleging that Adam Schiff, in my opinion, well, it's not in my opinion, Adam Schiff, because he ran both impeachments against Trump, has committed mortgage fraud and must be brought to justice. He has said AOC, Jasmine Crockett are low IQ individuals, and anything else to shut people up about the Epstein files and how many times his name comes up in said files. About 67 so far, according to the witnesses and stuff like that. And 7 free rides on Lolita Express, or whatever other name they want to use. Oh yeah, that was Melania he was riding on that airplane. That's right. I think the other reason he is distracting people from Epstein is because while people are bringing up Jeffrey, they aren't talking about him and putting him in the spotlight and praising him. Trump, Trump, Trump. The FIFA Cup thief took that cup because it was designed by Tiffany and Company, which is right next door to Trump Tower, I might add. And it is gold, real gold, not that spray paint shit they put on that walls at the White House. Real gold. And it was valued at $230,000. That's a nice chunk of change. And he gave the champions a knockoff. And what's with his ankles and that bruised hand again? They were at that FIFA Cup. And the mismatched makeup he's using. He's keeping the cup, by the way, in the Oval Office. Nice souvenir, right? Let's just go with that stuff, shall we? He's got that big ugly bruise on his hand again. And the makeup, it looks like somebody shit on his hand. And his ankles are like this in those shoes. Sitting there in the I don't know, press box or whatever the hell it was with Melania, and she's sitting there like this. The sun's splitting the rocks out there, and she's got to have that coat on her. Bare legs and her probably $7,000 Louboutins on her feet. And he's sitting there with the wool socks on with his ankles this big, you could see them. And then his hands like that, and you can see the big mark on his hand. So that's the evil that he's been up to so far this week, but the day's not over, and either is the week. So we shall see what we shall see. Naughty Nana loves you. Be good, be safe. Please take care of you first so you can take care of somebody else. Mwah. I love you all. Don't forget to give somebody a nice word today. With all this stuff going on, just oh, you look lovely is just lovely. If they don't have a smile, you might have to dig deep, but give them one of yours. They'll appreciate it and they'll smile back. Might make their day. You never know. Anyway, love me, like me, share me. Don't forget to subscribe. It's down on one of them sides. I don't know. Cheers to all of you. I gotta go because it's hot out here. And that's with the sunscreen on and it's starting to run, so better get inside. I love you all. Take care.